Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't wait. That is what I said when I saw this preview. The preview of episode 100 of Dragon Ball Super. It is going to be a blast. It is going to be a blast. What is not going to be happening in this episode? There's so much in this episode. It's like it's a time bomb that has been saved by Toriyama for us. What? I'm lost for words, man. I'm seriously lost of words. What is not going to be in next episode? Because it's going to be Kale is going to be in the berserk mode. Jiren is going to be fighting Hit, and Caulifla will be fighting Goku, and Caulifla will be showing her new transformation. Maybe she's going to be in Super Saiyan 2 mode. Oh my god. And I seriously can't wait for this episode. Toriyama has been saving this episode for so long. He's been building up this episode, building up tension for this episode for so long. From previous episodes, you can see how much he's been building up the higher characters, the main characters in this arc, in this Power of Torment arc. He's been building them up. The Caulifla, the Kale, the Hit, Jiren, and Goku, and even Kaba. Kaba will be also going to be in action in this episode. And I can't wait for Kaba. Especially Kaba, because Kaba has been neglected by many people. He has been neglected by so many people that because he has not been shown so consistently in the series that maybe, I don't know, because he was defeated by Vegeta so easily, and maybe that's why he's been neglected. Or maybe it's more like Caulifla's character is a little too intimidating, more than Kaba's. And of course, the Berserk mode, or should I say the legendary Super Saiyan of Kale mode, that is also very intimidating, more than Kaba. Kaba is like Vegeta of Universe 9. Or, sorry, Universe 9, Universe 6. Kaba is like, seriously, he's like Universe 6's Vegeta. He worked so hard, he's a good character, he's strong. And maybe that is why Vegeta feels strongly in a strong emotion with Kaba. Because he has been through the same story like Kaba has. Kaba has been fighting for his planet, and he also wants to get stronger for his own planet. And first time Vegeta saw Kaba, he also felt a connection. He also was joy. You can see that smile on Vegeta's face when he saw Kaba, when he talked to Kaba. Like he has never smiled for anyone else. Maybe for Goku, but he hasn't done that for anyone else. So let's talk about this episode. Let's talk about Jiren and the Hit. Let's talk about Jiren. Jiren, he is the most awaited power or most awaited character that every Dragon Ball Super fan wants to see. Everyone has a theory of how strong Jiren is. He is the character that Wiz talked about that he's stronger than God of Destruction. Maybe he's stronger than Beerus. And if Goku can defeat him or not. Because let's be honest, if Goku can defeat Jiren and Jiren is stronger than God of Destruction, that clearly means Goku is stronger than Beerus. And as we have seen in the previous episodes, I don't think that is possible. Because in that one instance, do you remember that scene that when Beerus just blows away that destruction power with only his breath? And Goku, he literally bangs his ass to get that power and control. But he still couldn't do it. So, Jiren is like, I don't know, maybe he's more like Hit. Hit is more of the same characteristics like Jiren. You have seen in this tournament of power that Hit hasn't. We haven't seen more of it. Maybe he hasn't fought in any fight yet in tournament of power. He's looking for a challenge. He's looking for a real challenge that he can someone who was a threat to him, someone who can defeat him. And Jiren, as we have also seen that Jiren has been standing at the same spot. He hasn't moved an inch from that spot. Maybe he is also waiting for a challenge. Maybe there's no one in the arena. He thinks that anyone can beat him because he's almighty, super powerful Jiren. So they are both looking for each other, and maybe that is the plan of Toyrama. Maybe that is the plan of Toyrama, that Toyrama is trying to build them against each other. I don't know, it will be a full fight. Jiren is going to win or not, if Hit is going to win. But maybe Toyrama is just posing. He's going to make them against each other. Make them stand against each other. Sorry for my language. Maybe it's going to be Jiren versus Hit, because Hit, if he can defeat Hit, if Jiren will defeat Hit, or he will overpower Hit, or rather I should say he will overpower Hit, he will have done something that Goku hasn't been able to do. Goku did defeat Hit, but he was defeated 2 times before he could even understand Hit's power. Hit has been so strong in the previous episodes, in previous arcs, that if Jiren defeats Hit, it's going to be a landmark that Jiren is super strong. And maybe if he defeats Hit, the Goku, as we know, Goku loves to fight and loves to fight the strong fighters, and he already has sensed the power of Jiren. Maybe he will be a little curious about what Jiren can do, or rather what Jiren has done to Hit, and he would have craving to fight more against Jiren. So maybe that's going to be happening between Jiren and Hit, and if not, maybe Jiren will move in this, or if he's not going to move, it's going to be a little very creepy. If Hit attacks him and Jiren doesn't even move, he defeats him without moving, then it's going to be a little creepy or a little too overpowering. Like the new character of Beerus was when introduced, everyone knew after the Beerus was introduced that Goku can't beat him, and still he can't beat him. Maybe if Hit does that, maybe it will be a landmark for Goku that he can't beat Jiren right now. Maybe later in the series, but not right now. So let's just talk about next. Next we will talk about Kaba and Vegeta. As you can clearly see in the preview, that Kaba it's for a very short time, but you can clearly see Kaba is in Super Saiyan mode, and he has that expression against Vegeta. After the scene of Vegeta has been seen, Kaba is also next in the scene in the preview. So Kaba is standing there in Super Saiyan mode, and Vegeta is seen on his knees. I don't know what does that mean, but maybe Kaba has grown stronger. As I've said earlier, that Kaba is more like Vegeta. Maybe he has trained tooth and nail to surpass Vegeta in Super Saiyan mode. No, maybe he hasn't achieved Super Saiyan God mode. If he has done that, it would be really sweet. And honestly, Universe 6 needs a new power like Goku and Vegeta, who has achieved that goal of achieving that power of gods. Maybe Kaaba has achieved that, and everyone is speculating on that maybe Khalifa would have achieved Super Saiyan God mode, Super Saiyan Blue mode rather, or Super Saiyan Blue mode, or whatever. So that is possible, but that's a long shot. But in the preview, as we see in the preview, that Kaaba, he is in Super Saiyan mode and he has that look. Look at his expression. Look at what his eyes say in this picture. That he looks more like Vegeta. He looks like Vegeta. Vegeta is when Vegeta overpowered. We have seen many times this. We have seen this thing many times before with Vegeta. Vegeta, he always gets defeated. When he gets defeated, he always works so hard for that. He trains hard. He trains harder than anyone. He passes his limits during the training, and even he gets a new power, and he gets stronger. And he gets a little overconfident, I should say, after getting that power. He gets a little overconfident. Overconfident, and when he is about to beat an opponent, he gets very arrogant. Maybe Kaaba is like that. We have seen Kaaba being very sweet so far. He's been very sweet, but maybe he's like Vegeta, and Khalifa is more like Goku. As we have seen, Khalifa is very, very freestyle and very free-minded. She doesn't care about anything, how strong anyone else. When Jiren and the team or the Universe 12 fighters came into the Tournament of Power arena, she said that they are no big deal. Maybe she is like Goku. Goku is also arrogant, but in his own way. After all, he's a Saiyan. He has that tendency to be overconfident and arrogant, and that's a Saiyan thing. Maybe I should say it's a Saiyan thing, more like a Saiyan thing. And maybe that's all I can say on Kaaba and Vegeta, because honestly we don't know much about Kaaba. Toriyama hasn't shown much about Kaaba, and even Vegeta, he hasn't shown much of Vegeta. And it's also right now it also has not been seen that if Vegeta can beat Goku in his Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue form. That's also an interesting speculation, that what if Vegeta becomes stronger than Goku in his Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue form? So I can't say much about them. So let's talk next about what is next in the preview. So next will be Khalifa. Khalifa, that is one of the most anticipated speculation or anticipated thing what the fan has been waiting for in this series, that in this arc, that Khalifa, she has achieved Super Saiyan form like it's nothing. It was nothing. And even I think she has achieved Super Saiyan 2 form long before anyone was even thinking about it. Because you can see when she achieved Super Saiyan form, she is naturally angry. As you can see, you have seen in previous episodes, when she was introduced, she was a little angry mode, and she always has that angry mode or that hyperactive mode, but what we can say, a hyperactive mode. Every time she gets that hyperactive mode, and maybe she had achieved before it, or maybe she achieved it later, like Goku and Vegeta and Trunks have achieved that form. they literally puffed up, and then decreased their energy from their muscles to achieve perfect combination of power, speed, and energy. That perfect balance of that thing. They do that to achieve Super Saiyan 2 form. Maybe Khalifa will do that too. And there's a picture that came out that was leaked. I don't know how much true it is or it is going to be or not. But she looks in this picture. She looks a lot buffed up. Maybe she will be buffing up and then achieving Super Saiyan 2 form. Maybe she's not going to achieve it like Gohan did by anger. Maybe she's not going to, because she doesn't care about anything. Now that I think about it, she doesn't care about anything, and maybe she won't be that much angry. She's always in angry mode, but that's more like a hyperactive angry mode. But that's not a angry mode. You know what I mean? It's like when you have something important that you want to protect, you get angry in a little different manner. You get angry like you want to kill someone, or you lack power and you want power. If you had more power, you would have been done a little different thing. That is what needs to be done for achieving Super Saiyan 2 form, like Gohan did. But maybe she hasn't achieved that because she's a little angry, but in a hyperactive mode. Like we know persons and she's a female after all. But she's a female after all. She tends to get angry with her mood anytime she thinks nothing is going her way. So in this preview, we see her fighting against Goku. She's fighting against Goku, and she's been seen fighting against Goku at power level. And Goku, in the last few seconds of the preview, we see Goku in Super Saiyan 2 form. And to compete Goku in Super Saiyan 2 form, maybe Khalifa has achieved Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2, or maybe he just showed her Super Saiyan 2 to give her new platform to achieve, new platform to what she wanted to achieve, what she has to achieve next after Super Saiyan. After seeing how strong she is, Goku showed her Super Saiyan 2 to achieve her, or maybe he will show Super Saiyan Blue to Khalifa, like Goku, like Vegeta did to Kaba. Like I said, Kaba is more relevant or more comparable to Vegeta, and maybe Khalifa is more comparable to Goku. And he will give her a new platform to achieve. He will give her a new platform to achieve, and she will be looking up to Goku after that. Sorry, I have to go for a break. I was hungry, as you can see. Whatever. As I was saying, that maybe Kaba is like Vegeta, and Khalifa is more like Goku. So, in that aspect, if we see all the characters, all the Saiyans of the universe, maybe it is right to keep Kale being a legendary Super Saiyan or in her berserk mode as Broly was for Goku. Maybe Broly had, if their circumstances have been different, maybe Broly had been a friend of Goku, like Khalifa has a friend Kale. So let's next talk about Kale and her berserk mode that everyone is waiting for. And I don't know what is so great about that thing. Sorry, I'm just saying, I'm literally pumped up. I'm very pumped up to see Kale going into berserk mode, because Broly is one of the favorite characters. He's so strong that he he was able to handle all the Z fighters on his own in his berserk mode. And Z fighters were very strong at that time. I will put this away. Sorry. Okay. So, as I was saying, that Broly is one of the favorite characters, so I'm very pumped up to see Kale going into berserk mode. And Kale is very similar to the character of Broly in Dragon Ball Z. Now in Dragon Ball Super, we have Kale. She is very shy and looks very weak in her normal mode, and she is like, oh my god, this is not going to be anything, I can't do anything, oh please don't, please forgive me, like what? Broly was also like very, yes, yeah, I'm sorry, I just never was able to do Broly with it that much. So Broly was very weak and Kale is also very weak in normal, but when they get angry or emotional, when they get very emotional, they get very dangerous. And when they get very dangerous, they don't see. It's like their eyes have been blinded, and you can see in the berserk mode that their eyes are all white, and that white eyes symbolizes that they don't see anything or anyone. They don't know if they have friends, they don't know if they have family, they just tear apart. Maybe she will go into berserk mode. Obviously, she would go into berserk mode as the preview has shown. She will go into berserk mode. But why? Why would she go into berserk mode? That has been still has to be seen. Maybe she will be insulted by anyone else, like she can't do anything, or she will from within she will realize that she's not being able to do anything in that arena. She tends to think like that. She has that mentality. She thinks like that, and you can see in the preview that there is a fighter that is stalking or doing whatever. I don't know. He is looking at Kale, and maybe he's a weak fighter. Maybe he's a weak fighter, and she will attack the Kale, and she will feel like he's so weak, and he will insult her, and she will feel so weak, and she will go all wah, just like Khalifa says, go wah yeah, and so yeah, she will go into berserk mode, and I'm really looking forward to it. And most of the things I'm looking forward to is Jiren and the hit. That's one of my favorite. That is going to be one of the favorite aspects of the next episode, in my opinion. In next episode, I'll be looking forward to Jiren versus Hit, and maybe this is the episode that we all have been waiting for, right? This is the episode that we were waiting for, and we were looking forward to. That what is going to happen, and maybe this episode will reveal a lot of things, a lot of mysteries that has been kept in Dragon Ball Super. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this episode, and please comment your thoughts on what is going to happen in next episode, and what do you think about this video. If you like this video, please click on like, and please do share this with your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. And I'll go now. I have to go hunting with my friends. Hey Sandra, let's go for shopping.